Good morning in TV land. We are about a minute from starting our Thursday morning Hatha Yoga class. So, welcome and thank you for being here. Um, I'll be continuing this class every Thursday as a live stream, and they get saved. So, if you're not able to make the Thursday morning at 10:30 California time, you can watch it later. And this is a Hatha Yoga class. There's some movement but emphasizing on being grounded and holding postures and moving slow and working on some alignment. So hopefully that sounds good for you. And I'll just give you one more minute to get your things ready and begin. So you'll want your mat. I'm not teaching specifically with props, but if you have some props, grab some props, use them as you see fit. Cushioning, even if you don't have traditional yoga props like a towel or blanket, um, some form of cushioning will be very helpful, especially if you're not comfortable sitting or laying down on your back doing shavasana. So, all right, I think it's time to begin. Let's go ahead and begin in standing. Stand tall and work on tucking the glutes and drawing into the core. Relax the arms down and lengthen through the spine. Take some deep breath. And take time to exhale slowly. Continue deep breath and work on standing nice and tall and work on drawing into the core a little bit. Especially at the bottom of the exhale, you can draw in a little extra and really help to empty the lungs so you have more space to fill the lungs and really take time with that inhale, that really deep quality breath. And we'll go ahead and roll the shoulders and continue to breathe. Both directions. And we'll switch to rolling out the elbows. Both directions. And rolling out the wrists, nice and steady. Both directions. And let's roll out the hips, loosening up the hips and the lower back. We'll do about 3 or 4 each way. And then feet together, rolling the knees. Both directions. And stand tall. Weave the arms together, push up through the hands, and bend and extend the arms. And when you're nice and complete with that, relax the arms. Let's give the body a little pat down. Patting down the arm, doing the outer arm, and the inside of the arm. Then next we'll rub the wrist. And make a circle around the elbow. And a circle around the shoulder. And patting down the other arm. The inner and outer arm. Circle around the wrist. Circle around the elbow. And a circle around the shoulder. And then patting down the torso. Work from the top down, and then go down the hips and the legs. Outer part of the legs, and the inner part of the legs. Backs of the legs, and the glutes, and the lower back. Then swinging the arms to tap the mid-back. And then patting yourself on the trapezius, shoulder blade, tip of the shoulder, upper back. And other side. All right, and we'll go ahead and rub the hands together. And shake out the hands a little bit. Excellent, very good. Let's go ahead and take an upward salute. And hands down, walk back. Downward dog, also called the mountain pose, where you focus on lifting the hips high. You might need to bend the knees to get a really flat lower back. Relax the head down and push strong into the hands. Deep breath. Let's take the knees on the floor and extend through the spine. Go ahead and extend the right leg. Lift just hip height and roll the ankle a few times. Do both directions. And switch sides. Extend the left leg, lift, and roll the ankle. Both directions. Roll out the back a few times. And next, let's take child's pose. I like to fold my arms under my head, but you can do any variation of arm placement that you like. Just resting and breathing. let's come back to the hands and knees. Lower all the way down. And then inhale, lift the legs and the chest. And exhale, lower. Inhale, take cobra. Use the arms a little bit and keep the elbows bent. Exhale, release. And use the core. Inhale, lift and push into the legs. Downward dog. Go ahead and walk or lightly hop to the top of the mat. And fold over the legs and relax down the back of the neck. Straighten the back and stand up straight. Inhale, arms lift. And hook the thumbs. And now pull the thumbs apart and squeeze the abs. Sorry, show lower for Facebook Live. Switch your grip, pull the thumbs apart and squeeze the abs. And then relax the arms. Next, we're going to take a very light chair. Don't lean forward like normal. Just lift the arms halfway. And come back to standing. Double check that the feet are parallel and do that again. And then lift the heels and take a deeper balancing chair. You see how the shoulders are pretty much above the hips? You go a little lower if you can, but don't lean forward. That's going to throw off your balance. Breathe. And heels down, arms up. Exhale. Downward dog. Inhale, plank. Hold. And breathe. Knees down, lower all the way. And inhale. Cobra. And exhale. Release. Use the core and lift. And take child's pose. And come back to hands and knees. And let's go ahead and lower down all the way. Inhale, locust, lift legs and chest, and send the arms back. And exhale, release. Inhale, cobra. Use the arms a little bit. See how that feels. Then breathe. Come on down. Then bring the hands lower. You could just lift to neutral, otherwise lift to upward dog and stretch the chest a little bit more. And draw into the abdominal muscles back to downward dog. Go ahead and walk or lightly hop to the top of the mat. Fold deeper over the legs. Take chair pose, this time with the diagonal body and sitting deep into it. Or if the knees don't feel good, just do it very lightly like we did before. Come back to standing. Stand tall and integrate the core. And again, chair pose. Weight into the heels, breathing deep. Plank pose. Top of a push-up. Lifting out of the shoulders. Knees down. Elbows down. Walk the legs way back. Lower the hips. Tuck the tail. And firm the legs. Elbow plank. Sphinx pose. Lift and open the chest. And take deep breath. And if you'd like, you can lengthen the arms. Go a little deeper into the stretch of the chest. Try and keep the shoulders looping back. Reach back to the feet. And come on down. Hands alongside the chest. Use the core and lift. Push into the legs. Hips high, head down. Dog stretch. Child's pose. And let's come on up to sitting or kneeling and take a big step up with the right foot. Sustain runner's pose. You want to have the knee right above the ankle and work on lifting the chest with a nice straight back. Next is raised runner's pose, where you lift the back leg and you try and have the back leg straight and the spine straight as well. And if you have joint pain, it's totally fine to leave the knee bent, but if you can straighten it and enjoy extra muscle tone as you stretch a little more, that's good. Remember to breathe. We'll go ahead and come on down with the back knee. Use the hand on the front knee. Lift a little bit more. Now we're in a runner's lift, isolating a deeper stretch to the hip flexor. If that's too much, just leave your hands on the floor. Go ahead and bring the hands back and lengthen the back leg. Consider using your hand on your thigh. Come on up. Either keep the hand there or bring the arms up. And now we're taking a nice crescent pose, still with the strong back leg and a low front thigh. Hands down. Downward dog. Child's pose. And come on up to sitting or kneeling and take a big step up with the left foot. So we're in runner's pose on the left, hands down. Again, the knee is just above the heel or ankle, lifting the chest. Try not to lift the chin too much, mostly lift the chest. Next, a little bit more neutral, and then we'll work on lengthening the back leg. Nice raised runner. This is a stretch, but if you really lengthen the back leg while keeping the hips low, you're going to develop a lot of muscle tone. Having good posture in the back is going to be strengthening your back in a subtle way as well. Breathing. And back knee down. Come on up. Runner's pose. Runner's lift. Deep breath. And hands down and lengthen the back leg. Come on up higher, hold the thigh, or bring the arms up. And now we're in the crescent lunge. Sit nice and low, back leg very strong, deep breath. And exhale. Downward dog. And then take a walk or lightly hop to the top of the mat. And fold over the legs and breathe. Option to have wider feet or bent knees if you need. Stand up with a flat back. Bring the arms up and then bend the arms and draw into the core, stretching the triceps, lengthening the back of the neck. And arms extended, arms relax. Next is the tree pose. You can just have the foot on the lower part of the leg or bring the foot up to the calf. Bring the foot higher if you like. Dig the heel into the thigh muscle, open the knee. Have your hands on hips, hands at heart, or you can have the arms out or even overhead, eventually extending more. Shoulders low, neck long. We're going to segue into the shooting star pose, where we build a little bit of balance and core. It's the lateral core through here, and also the stabilizer muscles of the standing leg. We'll relax from that. It's almost like we did that on purpose, right? Okay, good. We're ready for the next side. You can have the heel on the calf, a little higher, not on the knee, but if you can have it high up and you dig the heel in, that will massage your muscle. You open this hip back, sort of polarize these parts away from each other to stretch more, and either hold like this, like this, like this, like this, or like this. Deep breath, and then the shooting star, arms out, leg extends, toning through the side of the core, breathing, and then releasing. Let's go ahead and take chair pose one more time. Parallel feet, deep breath, and downward dog pose. Holding, feeling steady. Child's pose. And we'll come on up to sitting or kneeling. Big step up with the right foot and lengthening the back leg. Left arm down, right arm up. Come on down and take side angle, back foot down. You may want to prop up with elbow on thigh, otherwise hand down, extended arm over, side angle, opening the chest and the hip and breathing. Quiet down. Runners, work on lifting the chest or lifting like this or extending the arms if that feels good for you. Exhale, downward dog. Child's pose. And come on up to sitting or kneeling position. Take a big step up with the left foot. And lengthen the back leg. Now runner's twist. The right arm down, left arm up. Deep breath. Come on down, back foot down. Right arm sweeps over, open the chest. You can be higher up. You want the knee above the ankle and angling out. So you can do like this or like that. Keep breathing. Come on down. Back to runner. Hold hands on the ground. Arms on the thigh. Or extend the arms for a deeper stretch. Steady gaze and nice smooth breath. Exhale. Downward dog. Let's step up halfway for a scissor stretch. Right foot steps up and both feet ground. Relax down the back of the neck. If you're sore and a little bit tight in the hamstring, leave the knee bent. You could even set yourself up holding onto something, but otherwise you eventually hold the ground and lengthen the legs and drop the head. When you feel ready, we'll switch sides. And hands flow forward, walk back, downward dog. Lift the hips high, relax the head down, push into the hands. Child's pose. And let's take a comfortable seat. If your knees don't feel good sitting on the heels like this, sit comfortably so you can sit tall. And we'll do a twist to the right. Twisting and breathing deep. Let's go ahead and twist to the other side. And come on back to center. Big step up with the right leg. Back leg lengthens further away. Work on lifting the chest. Rotating to the right, wrapping the arms. And then lengthening the back leg. Rotated crescent. Opening the chest and breathing deep. Exhale, unwind. Hands on the ground. Feel free to stay like this or lift the chest a little bit more and reach the arms out. See how that feels. Make sure you can breathe. If it's too much, do less. Otherwise, enjoy working more into the core. And arms come down. Glide back. Downward dog. Holding. Refining. Breathing. Child's pose. And we'll come on up to sitting or kneeling. And then take a big step up with the left foot. Step twice if you need to. Move the back leg further back. If you are able to, lift and take a twist with a half bind. So you're not wanting to round over the leg. You're wanting to lift and twist with a long spine, not rounding. You can avoid it. And then lengthen the back leg and breathe. And go ahead and come on down. Draw into the abs. Either stay like this or bring the arms up. And be very steady in the pose, working on the core. Exhale. Downward dog. Child's pose. And let's go ahead and come back to the hands and knees. We put the elbows down one more time and extend the legs back. Lower the hips, shoulder level, elbow plank. Press back through the heels, firm the legs, tuck the tail. Sphinx stretch. Lift and open the chest. Enjoy breathing. Keep reaching back through the feet. And let's go ahead and lower down. Take the arms overhead. Bring the hands and feet together. And inhale, lift arms and legs. Extended locust. Lower. Then bring the hands in place. A little higher and wider than the shoulders. Take cobra and hold. See how that feels. If it doesn't feel right, either do Sphinx again or come down. Maybe put a towel under the low belly or bring the arms more forward. That will help if you have too much pressure in your joints. Try and reach back through the ankles. Let it be a stretch for your feet as well as your spine. And let's go ahead and come down. Take the arms alongside the hips and rotate the head to the right. And head comes back to center. Let's go ahead and lift the arms and the chest and keep the feet pressing down. If you had sand weights to put over your lower legs, that can help you lift higher. Or if you ever do this and you have a friend push on your calves, then that's a nice way to get a little bit more lift. Either way, lift, breathe, be steady. And then come on down and rotate the head to the other side, resting the neck and enjoying a light floor supported stretch through the back. Head comes back to center. Let's try the left arm under the head. Stretch the right thigh. Enjoy half frog. Switch sides. And release. Use the core and lift. Let's take a little plank, holding and stabilizing the back, firming the legs. Of course, if you prefer to rest, you can rest. Otherwise, 2 more breaths in the plank. And then back to downward dog. Right knee forward, swan stretch. Work the hips downward and lift the chest. If the knee hurts, moving it to the middle might help, or sitting on lots of cushioning. If it doesn't hurt your back, bring the hands further back and open the chest more. Lift the sternum and take deep breath. If you need your hands more diagonally forward, great idea, do that. Otherwise, enjoy this. It's kind of like a cobra with the torso. And forward bend. Breathing deep. And take a lift. And exhale. Downward dog. Left side. Swan pose. And work the hips down and lift up through the chest. If it feels good, you can open a little bit more, hands further back. And then enjoy a nice, well-deserved forward bend. Release the back foot. Breathe. And be steady. And when you're ready, come on up and exhale, downward dog. Lift the right leg high, slowly, but lift it all the way. And switch sides. Lift the left leg high. And both feet down. Now step the right foot up, very slow, using the abs. And take a runner stretch. Again, make sure the knee's above the ankle. And then lift. And if it feels good, stretch the arms back, but pull the chest forward like you're lifting the sail of the heart. Keep the hips centered. They may tend to move off to the side, but keep them in the center line with the core a little bit while still allowing flexibility. And then exhale, take downward dog. I got to turn the ringer off there. Apologize for that. And take a big step up now with the left foot. Work the hips down. And then lift, holding the thigh. And opening the arms back, lifting and opening the chest. Deep breath. And hands down. Exhale, back to downward dog. Let's go ahead and kneel down and switch to sitting, bringing the legs out from underneath, lifting the arms and toning through the back muscles, long neck, low shoulders, extended arms, long fingertips, drawing into the core, sitting tall and feeling the power of that simple pose. And then keep reaching forward through the chest, forward bend. You're welcome just to hold the legs. Try not to round the back excessively, but do reach forward through the sternum and relax the neck. And release the forward bend. If your heels hurt easily, you may want to turn sideways. We'll take a nice straddle and lift the arms, maybe just a little bit, or if it feels okay to lift and connect the arms together and sit up as tall as you can while rolling the thighs back. Give that a try, see how that feels. You're integrating your abdomen, supporting your back, breathing, and then stretching to one leg. And switching sides. Deep breath. Roll out the thigh. Switch sides, rolling out the thigh. And then we'll switch to a nice cross-legged seat. Maybe sitting on a towel or blanket if you have one. Rest your arms on your thighs. Sit tall and just close the eyes for about 5 breaths or about 1 minute of quiet time. Well, let's come back to the body. Switch which leg is in front. Draw the hips back. Sit tall. And again, close the eyes. Let's just take about 5 deep breaths, enjoying some peace and quiet. And come on back to the body. And adjust to the top of the mat. And roll back and down with nice smooth control. Once you're on your back, take knees to chest. And open the arms, take the legs to the left, the body twisting right, grounding the shoulders. And then other side. Come back to knees to chest. Have the feet to ground, feet parallel. And inhale, lift, bridge pose. Shoulders tuck under, expand the chest, deep, deep breath. And exhale, lower. Again, inhale, lift, bridge. Maybe use the hands under the hips. If it doesn't feel good to lift high, don't worry about it. Otherwise, use the hands, lift a little more, tuck the shoulders under, and breathe. Exhale, lower. Now go ahead and take knees to chest. Keep the right knee to chest, extend the left leg. Hold the one leg stretch. And then open the arms and take a hip side stretch. If this is too much, you can have both knees bent like we did before. Otherwise, a deeper twist with some leverage, arm on the thigh, other shoulder down. Exhaling slowly. Inhale, really enjoy that extra stretch, feeling of expansion. And come on back to center. Lengthen the right leg, bring the left knee into chest, and hold that stretch for a moment. And then go ahead and spin onto the side of the hip and stretch. Keep the shoulder down and breathe deep. And when you're complete, take a nice Shavasana, close the eyes, and be steady. And let's go ahead, deepen the breath. Gradually come back to the body. Take knees to chest. And an upright position for closing seat. We'll do one clearing breath and one hold. Breathe in. Open mouth, exhale. And inhale. Namaste. All right. Very good, everyone. Thank you so much. Classes are for donation, so check links below for making those. You can also share the links with your friends. No minimum or maximum. And I will be teaching a vinyasa class on Saturday at 10:30 California time. So check it. All right, closing the YouTube. Thank you and goodbye.